Okay, so today we're doing a sous vide steak. I'm going to do it with a taste broccoli and béarnaise. I'm using my Nova sous vide. I've had it for a couple of years. It's pretty good. It's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which I never use, but it's supposedly quite handy. So as usual, the monumental task of trying to find anything in my fridge, we have a steak. It's a nice ribeye. I got it from Tesco. Basically, when you're looking for a steak, you're trying to get the one with the best marbling you possibly can, which is actually really difficult in a grocery store, but you can do your best, and this one's okay. So first things first, massively salt your meat here. I know it looks like a lot of salt, but you just go for it. Just go to town, press it all in. If you're cooking it straight away, which most of you are, then yeah, really heavy on the salt here. It makes a big difference in your final flavour. Most of it runs off in the bag anyway, so don't panic. And then just vacuum sealing here. I've got a food saver, which I love to pieces, but you can just do the water displacement method, which is basically shoving it in a Ziploc bag in water and it squeezes out all the air. So don't spend loads of money just yet, but I do use my my food saver all the time. It's loud and exciting. And just plonk it in for about 1 to 2 hours, and then yeah, just leave it, walk away, don't have to do anything. So at this point it's ready, and as much as it looks grey and horrible and anemic, it's actually perfectly cooked to your desired temperature. Okay, so next incredibly important step is you need to dry your steak. Pat it down with some paper towels. Basically you want to ensure that you get the crispiest of crusts. To do that, you just need to pat it and make sure that there's no wetness on the front of your steak, so that it goes into the pan dry and it's not boiling away. So now I'm just making the sort of flavourings. You can do whatever you want here basically, but I always like a bit of garlic, a bit of thyme, you know, just crack it in the pan with a bit of butter. It's going to taste great, you don't have to worry about it. You can also put it in the bag with it, but I prefer to just do it after. I grew this in my allotment actually. Yeah, it's pretty broccoli-ly. Right, frying time. So really high heat on your pan, really high as it possibly can go. Get it smoky hot. Then add your oil. It's high smoke point oil. Everything needs to be as hot as absolutely anything. You see steak's sweating there, just pat it dry. And in. Okay, it's actually not hot enough here, and you can see how grumpy my face is there because I was disappointed. But yes, the pan needs to be insanely hot, hotter than you think it is. When you think it's hot enough, get it a little bit hotter. This is the number one thing that you mess up when you first start, and seemingly I still mess up. But yeah, you need the pan as hot as you possibly can. You just want to get a crispy layer. You're not cooking the steak at this point. You're just trying to get that outer sear. So, you know, whatever you need to do, just push it right down. If you take it out and let it heat up again, like I'm doing here. You know, you don't want to spend too long in the pan. You just want to, just straight in there. You know, like really hot. And then when you're quite happy with the colour, you know, just put it out, and yeah, it's okay. It's not so bad. Here's a béarnaise I made earlier. And I'm going to do some pretentious platey stuff that I don't really know what I'm doing, but let's see it, give it a go. And yeah. Okay. More butter, because butter is great. Just going to chuck in the other aromatics, and then yeah, the pan's off the heat at the moment. I don't want to burn the butter here. I just literally want to add the steak back in and just sort of rewarm it up and just give it a little baste and give it some flavour. Pro plating, pretending to know what I'm doing. Sure, let's slice up this steak and see how it looks. I'm still not very good at this, but you know, you just sort of chuck bits on and make it pretty and add pepper. Right, yeah, sous vide steak. It's relatively easy for your first time. I'd say it's a good starter dish. But yeah, let me know how you got on. I'm sure loads of people will tell me all the things I did wrong. I think you're still going to ask people to subscribe and like, right? I mean, it's been 10 years since I've done this.